That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted. That's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin, but he stretch a distance.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
There we go, Pac-Man. 180! 54! Mike, 54! Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 25! Check 25! Go, go! Mike, 54! Mike, 54! Heavy, heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check! 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 Check!
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What you got?
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Great 57. Mike's 5-4. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We're good, we're good.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Go!
Shotgun now for Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 42 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the...
That was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Wentz now to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 26, check 26. Check, crunch,
26.
crunch.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
58 to Mike, 58.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Dancing to his left. Touchdown, Eagles. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term that just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
58, come on. Watch the safety creep. Out. Showing it. Stand. Kill.
Room here to run. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. Third and short yardage. Prescott lets it go for Nelson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. J.J. Nelson, 62 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Motion, reset.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, defense, left up. Save. Mike 5.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hey, wahoo! Check right. Watch it, 5. Here we go. Here's shift. Forward, Tokyo! Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Pick up the ball. Watch the twist. Check 15.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Don't let him breathe. Kill.
A first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check three. Kill, kill, kill.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
46.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Mike 55. Blue draw, Porter. Check safety, check safety. Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming after Tyson. Under 10, 10. Rip on 10. 55. Ram. Watch the curl. Lefty. Switch.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check. 64.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Waiting. Let's go one more. Slam. Win. Watch the whip. Jasmine, over here.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Man, 5-7. Watch out. Hey, Haywood. 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, punt.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Kill.
A first down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Here we go. Go to 54. Wide in. Watch this.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Prescott now. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go to Elliott again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I'm here all day. Rush in.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Switch to A. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. 126.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Wentz going to throw, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because, you know, their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, it's Elliott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 45 yards. And the it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Undercrush.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Come on. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Sponge. No.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. There he goes, left side. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. He's at the 30, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys claw one back. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear.
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch 20! Max by 4. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Walk. Great 15. Great 15.
Throwing on second down. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Single receiver. Corky, 82, Corky. Hey, Alpha. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You got night. Hey, bunch.
Wentz. And he's going to go down again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
No, it's nothing.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
53 is the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Jack.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here we go. Waiting!
54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
We're done.
Kill.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Get that ball.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Wait, touch.
Kill.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Again to Elliott. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
At the 50-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Watch twist, watch twist. Go, go. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. He's checking. Check 26, check 26. Check.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Go, go. 120. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
54. Here we go, here we go. Watch the safety creep. Out, 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 out.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
I think you got it, son. Showing that. Shoot him. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
6'6", pull it high. Shift.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
66.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us.
So for the Eagles, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to